should turn Spotify off.
Yeah, I would turn Spotify off.
Baby, you can
Find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
I'm gonna take a sip of my non-alcoholic drink.
Ooh.
It's not alcoholic.
It's definitely not alcoholic.
Definitely not
Of
alcoholic.
course not.
It's just Coke.
Right, let's see. Let's have a look. Right. Do. Right, let's have a look.
Baby, you can fly me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
Oh. Ryan.
Hello.
I just moaned. We've already broke the first rule. Okay.
Well, we don't break the second or third because they're really bad words. Oh, hello, who's here?
Oh, it's Jay.
Oh, why the hell are you here?
Go away. Should be useful.
What?
I've got the cake tins out.
Aaron, why did you put that on?
Oh yeah, I don't know why I have
It's just going to be quite loud for this fucking stream.
Yeah.
I think you do it. I was going to say little word then. I was like, no, that's rule number 2.
Yeah, you can't say that one.
Hello, Thomas Fan 18. We're doing quite well. I am at least.
Where else?
I've got a drink.
Where else?
Non-alcoholic, honest.
Yeah. Thomas promises.
I've broken many of them.
I've committed so many crimes.
Many a crime.
I can't say what came to my head.
What did come to your head?
Don't want to say.
Well, you can at least tell me.
How do you...
Hello, Ethan.
Oh, hi,
Purple
Ethan.
Train.
Hi, Purple Train Pictures. Hi, Pauline. Pauline!
I love that profile picture. There's the Roblox face on Bertie.
Hi, Goofy Controller. Yeah, Thomas Fan 18. That is from All Engines Go.
Yeah, it was on the hit era video that you made called A
Thomas Promise. Oh, I you know, the best video. So, today, we're doing some more baking.
Yeah.
But we're going to do I need to just... There we go. That's better. Oh, look, very wide.
It could be worse. You're going to be one of the first times we streamed at yours after I got this apron.
I look very abnormally large today.
Remember that one time we streamed and we came back from Swindon?
Oh, yeah.
And someone called me wide because of this apron. I was turning around to them and went, nah, mate, it's not the apron, I'm just wide.
Can you tie up there, please, quickly? I can't tie. Which is weird considering I work in a shop where I need to tie stuff, but...
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
How tight's too tight?
Oh. I'm not wearing a bloody corset. Oh, it's got pockets.
See, so I went all out on that.
Yeah, she did.
There you go.
Kiss the chef, everyone.
Cute little bell as well.
Everybody, you've got to kiss the chef, not you, Ryan. Let's go.
I'm not one of them queers.
Not wrong.
I was going to say a little word there.
Yeah. So we
Our
need
friendship
we need to
is very
preheat the
easy.
oven to 100 and.
I've got an advert for me.
Bless you. Say it. Don't
I was
spit.
coughing.
Oh.
No, the stream's not that far behind.
So we're gonna hang on. I think we'll do it where you can actually see it. Ignore that.
Can I pop? We can read the
You
chat.
can read the chat.
From
Right.
Aaron's fridge.
So we don't need that yet. So we can just put that there a minute. What we do need to do
We've
first.
got 8 viewers.
Bloody hell, God.
I know, right?
I mean, I have renamed it. I call it Tram Bakes Live.
okay, that might gain more titles.
It might gain more titles rather than just Tram Travels. Pauline has asked, "What's my next video?"
Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. If you know, that's great because I don't.
I don't know that you know. You know that.
I don't know that you know. If you know, then Actually, I am kind of thinking we use oil because I've got to butter the tins.
Why don't you oil the tins?
Though, because it would make the cake.
Misty!
Hi, Misty. Because that would make the cakes go weird.
Well, surely we'd have enough butter to both butter the tins and.
No.
Well, surely we have more butter. We have beautifully buttery.
Oh, we can use that for the tins, actually. That's fine. Because that's actually made for bacon. What are you doing, Ken?
Eating.
When will Grumpy Edward come back? Ha, you're funny.
Ha! When will it come back, Aaron?
If Curtis can make his route not laggy.
Okay, well, the hybrid's fucking your channel, man. Honestly, if you did Grumpy Edward, you'd get 70 views. Off the older audience, to be fair.
I've been dropping so many hints.
Well, you're going to do it?
No. No, I've said to myself, if I was to ever do Grumpy Edward, I would do it as a 2D reboot. Where it would be an AEG aesthetic, but it would be the Adventures toys in like a 2D format.
I can't see one of the things because there's an emoji in the way.
Send me an emoji.
Thomas Fan 18's asked, what was your reaction when you first was to see the activities of Thomas? When did season 12 come out?
Season 12 was 2008, Here Are the Rails was 2009.
Okay, well, that would have still been...
I was 8 when it turned to CJ.
I would have been 5.
I was 8, and I remember being actually quite excited for it, but me and my dad watched Here Are the Rails, and he went, this isn't as good as Model Thomas. And then we watched Blue Mountain Mystery together, and he immediately was like, that was quite good, actually.
I love Blue Mountain Mystery.
Blue Mountain Mystery is like...
one of my favourite Thomas films.
Such a good movie. Is everyone here going to Warley? I'm not.
I am. You double booked yourself.
Yeah, I did a slight boo-boo. So now I'm going to Thomas Land. I've announced that a bit early, but... Can I open this? Ooh.
Yeah, it's like proper pinned.
Pissed. Oh, pinned.
That's us later.
Fine, I've still got to put the bottom on.
You put everything in, Aaron. It doesn't matter what order. I'll do.
Do the milk now.
We're making gay cake.
Yeah.
The Tram Special Classic. Just that.
How many? What's the measurement for the milk?
180 ml.
Yeah, that's 180.
Is it?
Yeah. I went just a little bit over, but not much.
Oh well. Aside from Gordon and Connor Shaw, I'm glad you studied to do that. What future AUG content?
I actually forgot I said that.
Well, at least your audience has better memory than you.
I want to do something with Whiff, and I want to do something with Sandy. They're like my next two, ideally. But Salty is another potential because I love AEG Salty. He's very fun.
Brandon Daniel Productions has asked, "Do you like Trackmaster?" I do.
Which one?
He just said Trackmaster.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
I prefer Trackmaster 1 because of Tony and Pyro.
Yeah.
I love Tony Pyro.
However, concept-wise, I prefer Trackmaster 2.
The concept's good.
The concept's really good,
shit.
but it's because they did it on a we need to save money basis.
Yeah. Tom Productions asks, how's the cooking going? It's not cooking, it's baking. Remember, guys, this is a baking stream.
Not a cooking stream.
If we were cooking,
the house would be on fire.
If we were cooking, we'd have bacon and sausages, an egg. I'd make a fruit fry up. It'd be great. The Goofy Controller asks, what's your favourite engine? This is Coke, guys, I promise.
Well, I mean, mine's pretty easy.
With ya?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was actually going to rebrand myself at one point.
I knew you were. That's why I said with.
In my head, I have been kind of tempted just to fully rebrand myself, but then I'm kind of like, well, no, because given what we've got coming up, I can't really brand myself.
Yeah, because what we've got coming up, what everyone in the fandom knows you by, you can't really go, hi guys, I'm Smelly Engine Productions.
Yeah, because it makes me sound like I'm just like a really awful YouTuber.
Yeah, it makes you sound like you've got a CO issue.
Yeah. Where's the whisk? Ryan. I don't know where the whisk is.
You've lost the whisk!
I don't know where the whisk is. Hang on. Where's the...
What the I feel such disappointment right now.
I was going to say I feel alone. That's what's saying I feel alone. So.
James is literally the engine. What's in the middle?
Oh! Wait, no, hang on.
You found it.
No, we can do something better, Ryan.
I'm stupid. I've got a Discord notification. What's it for? It's for the stream.
What are your opinions on the Great Bubbly build? I'm going to be honest.
What?
The one with the Carly and Sandy special.
Oh. Could have done more, to be fair.
I didn't like it. And that's
saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
Oh, hi, Paul Thomas.
I don't know. Hi, Paul Thomas. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I enjoyed it, but it shouldn't have been 30 minutes. It easily could have been just an episode. And then they could have done a 30-minute special on something maybe with Toby or something. Because
Just remake Toby's Railway series, but put it
in AEG style.
So Henrietta does make an appearance.
And then we actually see his old quarry. So you get like a history sort of background.
Oh,
so
you're Mavis.
Yeah. So they build up the lore within that episode.
That would have actually been a good way to get Mavis to come into it. Oh, we missed.
Right.
Promise I'm safe. Oh. Sticky on the bottom. Promise I'm not ill, guys. I've got a slight cough. I won't poison it out, I promise. Maybe you can find me under the light, shining up in my eyes. Paul Thomas has asked you a question. Respond to it, mate.
Hang on.
That whisk is weak as shit compared to the one my mum's got at home. Because when I was baking cakes recently as well.
Just come on, get this. What's Paul Thomas said?
One of the other writers, the show, something. I can't see because of the movie.
Oh, it was the I think it was the Bruno writer. He was like, it should have just been just an episode.
Yeah.
Because it just felt like they were like, let's make an episode but heavily like extend it.
Now, I don't watch AEG. I'm a more Railway Series TVS fan. Someone fucking made me watch it.
Yeah.
And the only characters I really like in it is Sandy. Please finish that.
I'm going to now. Come on.
One of the only characters I like in AEG is Sandy. Mainly because she's a bitch.
The boss.
But again, they could have done something more with Sandy. Like Carly, you could have made her like a proper OCD issue and introduced an OCD-related character into Thomas.
Yeah, because we've got an autistic character.
I mean, technically they did do that with Tess. Tess likes her crates. Or should I say containers, because they're more containers than crates.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said cocaine.
Tess likes her cocaine. The message redacted. Yeah. AEG. What do you think of Mystery of Cat Mountain?
I'm going to be honest. First half is good. Second half, I got really bored.
It's after Darcy's interest, isn't it?
The second half is when they're running away from Darcy.
Yeah.
That was the bit where I got a bit bored.
You tried on for too long.
But other than that, I do quite like it because we get Whiff. And Whiff was adorable.
Is there a social status?
Oh, yes, there is, because Tess doesn't want to basically embarrass herself in front of the rules and trucks, making it like. So she's like a good kind of crane. So she's
basically what Diesel is.
Yeah.
Goes to Diesel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. That's my best way to describe Tess.
Goofy Control was our favourite season.
Can you put oil in here?
5.
Great grease tins, preferably lime based with baking parchment.
Aaron, we've got butter there.
There's not much in it.
Fucking burn-ons.
Oh, there's like nothing in it.
That's not nothing. You've got butter in the corner.
Right then. Oh, we haven't got any, please.
You didn't ask Goofy Control's question. Favourite season?
6.
5.
We haven't even got any kitchen roll to put it in 3 either.
Sammy is selling Awesome Adventures 3 re-upload. That's favourite Thomas movie.
Great Discovery.
I'm very keen to take that down. That's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of books, and also looks a bit weird.
That's like scrambled eggs.
It does look a bit like scrambled eggs. I don't want to use that.
Yeah, let's not use that.
I'm thinking we just put oil in. What's the date on it?
04/08/23. Could be worse. It could be like that scrambled egg, and the eggs are like a month out of date. I had eggs at the end of September. They were running out of date on the 1st of August. It was very bad. I always gave myself salmonella.
Let's just put oil in instead.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Oil will be fine.
But if it doesn't,
It's the same
if
thing.
it doesn't, we'll just work on the premise that it's not as bad as the cake we first made with Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
If he's still here. Oh, pardon me. Thomas Van 18 asked, if you worked on Thomas and Friends, what
What would you do?
would you like to do?
I would. What would I like to be, or what would I do?
I assume that means what would you like to do? Like, what role would you like to be in?
I wouldn't want to be writer because writer there's a lot of pressure.
I'd be interested. It'd be interesting to be a writer.
I would, if anything.
That's a lot of oil.
It would be fine for what it is.
I'd like to be in the modelling department. Because I could probably pass for being in the modelling department. I'd give Thomas handrails at the smoke box. Because Thomas severely lacks handrails. I've run out of Coke. I don't want to pull myself into the glass while on the stream. Unless you stand there. Actually, Aaron, stay there for a bit.
For a bit?
5 seconds. That's how much chat on this one.
Well, you're not meant to say what you're having.
I'm having Coca-Cola. Specifically, Coke Zero.
I think if anything, I'd love to be.
Engine. Sorry.
I would love to be on the sound design side of it
Oh, you'd be great.
because I think it would just be really nice just to see like where they get all the sound effects from, and like
BBC Sound Library.
if they could actually, you know what? I think they have actually used that a couple of times actually.
Of course they have.
They've used it for some of the braking noises in CG.
I'm back, guys, with my totally Coca-Cola. Can't tell people I'm drinking, can I?
No.
It's fine. It's not as if we were a Thomas the Tank Engine channel. I don't like how the oil's running.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But do you know what, Ryan? We're going to work with it.
Well, if you kill our cakes, at least it won't be as bad as when Jay was here.
Yeah, I won't put chocolate frosting on it.
Do you think Sandy the Rail Speed should work at Brendan Doxson CGI series? Asks Thomas Van 18.
No.
No.
Do you know where I think she should work?
The P-Way department.
Not for shunting yard.
No. What the fuck would she do in the shunting yard?
She's a little speeder. She'd actually be able to get shit done.
No, she wouldn't.
She would.
Have you seen a Wickham's trolley? It's basically the closest thing to Sandy. That thing can't pull a skin off a rice pudding.
No, do you know what I'd have her as? I'd have her part of the solar works unit.
That's what I'd do. Have a part of the permanent way.
Yeah. Right.
If someone made a TVS Sandy, swap her out with a lot of fandom content for Fergus, it'd be perfect.
She would literally be perfect.
I hate it when people put Fergus as the permanent way, because having him as a cement work shunter works perfectly well. I told you my cement works thing, didn't I?
Yeah.
With ULP and the Stone China Clay Company.
No, let's not put that back in. Let's put it in.
Yeah, put it in the bin. Oh, Fat Boy M18, MB18, sorry.
That's a bit of a random name.
It is a bit of a random name. Who the fuck are you? Go to channel. Oh, okay, you realize like clips from TV shows. Promise I'm not stalking people's YouTube channels, however. Oh, I timed out apparently? Paul Thomas asks, what's your favourite era of the show? Theirs is the Brenner era. Oh, hi, Kirsty! Stop messaging people, you fuck. We're streaming.
Oh, hello, Kirsty. You'll see this kitchen soon.
Does Kirsty know about me coming up?
Nope.
Hi, Kirsty. I'll see you in this kitchen soon.
And neither does Harry. So I'm gonna.
This is how I've told them.
This is how we've told them. Either Harry's gonna be watching this and finds out, or he just won't know.
That'll be fine. To answer your question, Paul Thomas, which favourite era of the show is? Mine's model. Like, purely classic model. And by classic model, I mean seasons 1 to 5, a bit of 6 and 7, but only the model work from 6 and 7. Some of the stories as well, but
I'm hit era.
sad fuck.
Because it's what was on telly a lot of the time.
Fatboy MB18 has asked, if you had to fix 3 of the All Legends Go characters, which 3 would it be?
Well, there's not that many. Oh, I'd fix Tess. I wouldn't make her because I really hate her.
I love Tess.
Me and C-Swine really hate her because she's so mean.
I love Tess.
And we're like, everybody's meant to be happy. Why is she mean? But I have a love and hate relationship with Tess.
I love Tess.
Who else would I fix?
Carly. I'd give her more of an OCD personality.
Yeah.
Like in that bubble build
Thingy.
bitch episode. I'd give her more of an OCD fix to where she wants it her own way and can't see Sandy's point of view. I think that's the issue with the thing.
Is that they tried to make her an OCD character, but they couldn't.
No, they didn't make her an OCD character. They tried to make it so that Carly had a thing with not seeing other people's visions.
Yeah.
Which is what she struggled doing seeing Sandy's point of view. But Carly's got a very straightforward, this has to do this mindset. Which is like the build-up for an OCD character. But they kind of did that, stopped at one point, and then went, fuck, let's just do the Sandy plot.
Yeah.
And they completely switched the plot.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, it should have been 2 separate episodes or just 1 episode.
They could have done it as 2 separate episodes. They could have split the time run from half an hour to 2 15-minute episodes. One side was showing Carly's point of view.
And then the other was
So
Sandy's.
they did the full episode from Carly's point of view, with like Carly should have done it her way. And the other episode with Sandy's point of view. Because TV shows in the past have done it. I swear there's been a Phineas and Ferb episode.
There has been.
That has had 1 episode plot, but from 2 characters' POVs.
A fair few shows have done it. I know
Exactly.
a lot of Disney shows have done it. It's one of their tropes.
Yeah, so they kind of used that trope to show 2 different characters' mindsets of the same thing. But that's just my opinion. I quite like Tess. I'm a sucker for sarcastic characters. It's why season 5 Percy is my favourite type of Percy. Because other than Railway Series Percy, where he can be a miserable bastard sometimes, season 5 Percy hits it on the head with going, I hate all of you.
Yeah,
Thomas, you're a twat. James, go fucking stick in a ditch. Henry, go stick yourself in a tunnel again. You know you want to, you brain-scared prick.
My favourite thing, though... No, not what I was going to say. I was going to say that was it.
You like happy-go-lucky characters, than Thomas?
I'd fix Kenji.
Kenji was so unforgettable. I completely forgot he was in AEG.
That's the problem. He's kind of in it, and then that's about it. And then the other ones I'd fix would be Riff and Jiff. One, I'd fix their designs because I hate how they're just a square box. I would have it where they're an actual basis or an experimental basis.
I'd make them HSTs.
That's too much.
Pip and Emma be damned.
And then...
Man, I love Domino's the chat. My phone's just changed to Domino's.
And then the next thing I'd do would be I'd make it where they're twins, but they're like alter egos, so they're different. You know how in Frozen where it's Elsa and Anna?
Oh, I love that character trope.
I'd do something like that with them.
I love it where you've got like an outgoing sister and you have the one that's sort of subtle and stays behind.
That's what I do.
Anna's great, but she's like, I want to go see this, do this, fuck that. And Elsa's like, no.
I want that's what I probably do with them.
Hi SP Track Tales.
Hi Spencer.
We're baking a gay cake.
Yeah, cake.
We call it gay cake. It's just a rainbow chip cake. but because it's rainbow.
Tess is a rare occurrence. The US voice is bad. Honestly, half the UK cast isn't even that bad.
I like the UK cast.
It's gotten better. The US cast gets on my nerves.
The US cast were good from the start because they were that lively energy, because they probably tested with the US cast.
Yeah.
But the UK cast took time to get into the rhythm. But once they were into the rhythm, they were like, we can kick ass.
Have you heard how they how all the voice actors auditioned?
How?
So they essentially auditioned, and it wasn't Thomas. So what they did was they swapped all the characters' names about, called them all completely different characters. They were sent a Thomas Promise, and all the characters were switched, and they weren't trained. It was like they did it as if they were people.
Oh.
And they auditioned as if they were people, and then they were then told, like,
you're being trained for faces.
It was like, you're in Thomas the Tank Engine, and they were like, what? Because
if that happened to me, I'd be like, the fuck is Thomas the Tank Engine becoming?
Because the script that they were given was a Thomas Promise, but I think it was rewritten to be Cars or Humans. I can't remember.
Beep, that's right.
But it wasn't even through Mattel. They just said, there's a company that are doing a show and they want you in it. So they weren't even told that it was like a Mattel.
They weren't told it was Mattel. They weren't told it was Thomas.
Like it wasn't.
They weren't given context.
Well, no, because they had to keep it secret. Otherwise, if it got leaked out somewhere, then God knows.
True.
It would ruin the whole thing.
What class of engine, what colour, and what railway would you come from if you were both born Thomas and Friends classic models? What?
I think they're asking if we were classic Thomas characters, if we were in the classic Thomas universe, what character would be based on?
Well, it's not spoiling future projects because I've wrote them out. But I've got my own OC, which carries my name and a similar personality to me. It's not a train sonar. I hate the word train sonar. Like, whoever calls it a train sonar can literally get a stick at their ass.
That's what I mean. That's not nice.
I was going to say, it's not very nice. But I can't do that. Yeah, no. I've got full mogul with this twat's name. I mean, you technically have Fabian.
I've got Fabian and Lydia, but I'd probably take Fabian.
Yeah.
Over Lydia.
Let's need to discuss Fabian.
I'm not using the Batman line.
I'm not saying we're using Batman line.
Okay, good.
I say we either use a Hornby model or I modify a Hornby model into an N1. As if you want Fabian as the N1.
Yeah, I do.
Because the N1's smaller than the N2. That's smaller boiler.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, there's 9 of you. Send us more questions.
It's quite nice, actually. Someone said I'd be excited for Christmas.
Ask me in like 15 days' time. Then I'll give you a proper answer. I went fucking Costa yesterday. I met with a high school mate yesterday. Went to a Costa. They had the Christmas drinks out. I can't argue. I like a good Christmas drink. Gingerbread lattes are great. They have fucking Christmas songs on.
God.
It was the fucking 10th of November.
Yeah. I think they just wanted Halloween out the way and they're like, Christmas.
Yeah, Halloween this year's been shit. Like, me and you said we were going to do something for it, then we never did because the weekend before we kind of just got intoxicated.
Yeah.
Very fast. And then you've had COVID for the past week and a half.
Oh, yeah, I had COVID.
I've not been here for the past 3 weeks, which is unusual for me. I usually do it every fortnight.
Yeah, I had COVID. It wasn't fun.
He lost his voice. We're in Discord calls and he had a text-to-speech bot trying to talk to us. And in the end, we all just got fucked off with the fucking text-to-speech bot voice.
Just like either speak or go away, and I was like, okay.
Aaron, either stay here and type in the chat or fuck off.
So, I spoke, if you get what I mean.
Fucking chav. He's a fucking pig.
Who?
Who do you think I'm on about?
Wow.
Well, first of all, when I first came here, there was plates all over the place.
Oh.
Dirty dishes everywhere. His clothes are on the fucking floor. This is the clean household, I promise. Aaron does a lot of cleaning.
Aaron had to use the text-to-speech when one of Kirsty's students. Oh, I did, yeah. There's now just a stream of just me using the bot in one of Curtis's. There's a bomb going off. No, it's just fireworks. It's nice.
Fireworks? Why? It's not even bonfire night anymore.
Hey, some people didn't get to celebrate it.
We did. Me and my family did. I mean, what the fucking fire brigade called out on us? It wasn't even Fireman Sam.
No. That's a bit.
I had to refresh my chat. That's why I couldn't see half.
We need to refresh my chat. Okay, Aaron's household's pretty clean, very domesticated look. Domesticated?
Fatboy MB18, I'm catching up a bit. Has asked, do you like baking cakes and doing streams of them together? Yes.
Yes.
It's fun. Fabian is our favourite child, says Portable Thomas. Napa Studios, hello.
I promise there will be more with Fabian. I promise.
The Goofy Controller asks, Starbucks or Costa?
Costa.
I hate Starbucks.
Starbucks is way too expensive for what it is.
Starbucks is way too expensive. They don't put enough flavours in shit.
They don't.
I like a flavourable drink. Like, this is quite flavourful.
Because it's just Coke.
Because, yeah. Just Coke. Yeah. Cadence and Aunt. I can't read.
What has been your favourite visit to Tython Railway this year?
Not New Year's.
What was my favourite? One, my birthday. My birthday was good.
Birthday one was quite good with me, you, and Tony.
Yeah, me, you, and aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
Um,
Hello, Junction Malfunction. Fatboy MB18 has asked if you had to OC4 hated characters in both classic model / CGI Thomas and Friends, which 4 characters?
I think they're saying if you had to pick 4 characters to hate, what would they be?
Billy, Charlie. What other characters have been in Thomas?
Billy,
Hank and Sam. There we go. I would say the logging locos, but I've got an interesting headcanon on them.
No, I don't mind the logging. Well, okay, no, I don't
one
mind.
Biff, one bash, and there's always
a crash. I don't mind.
That's right.
I don't mind Ferdinand because they did a bit more with him, and I wish that they did.
And
give
I
him
love
more.
Gordon Ferdinand. And what was it? A lion?
It was Linus Sodor. Billy, Bash and Dash. They're technically 2.
Yeah.
Then oh my God, what's the other one? There's another one.
Do you have to?
Natalie.
Who the fuck's Natalie?
One of the American Diesels in Bob of the movie.
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
We're making gay cake.
I mean, Aaron, you look like. No, it's not. There wasn't a plate. Starbucks is good, just overpriced necessarily so too. They're making a cake. Opinion on the original plan for Oliver and Toad to be. I prefer it being Samson because Samson didn't get enough love, in my opinion.
I hate Samson.
I like
a 5th character, that 4 character question.
I like Samson a lot.
I hate Samson.
He's one of my favourites. If you would bring back one character back, either in the CGI or AG series, what would it be? I would bring.
Duke.
Yeah, I'd do Duke in CG.
I do Duke because there was a lot of build-up for Duke, and Ulster Castle, perfect. You can even have like a Glyn and Duke reunion moment. Like if Glyn got up to Arsdale, is it Arsdale? No, Arsdale, Arsborough.
Arsborough, yeah.
Like if Glyn got to Aaron.
Yeah, me.
We love Arsborough Harbour Studios.
Oh my God, I hate you.
You're welcome. Could be worse. I could be saying Aaron Cooper TV.
If anything,
I love the Skype call video.
If the one character I'd bring into actually no, one character I'd bring into AEG is
Mavis.
Elizabeth.
I'd bring Rosie into AEG.
And then CGI, I would bring Caroline.
Stepney as well.
Yeah, Caroline.
You could do a play on Train Stops Pie.
Mm-hmm. Caroline, Stepney in CG, and then AEG it would be probably Elizabeth and potentially George.
If you brought Caroline and Stepney into CGI, like I'm honestly surprised they didn't do this more in CGI. They brought characters back from the classic series, or they reference more classic series episodes, because then kids can try and pick up on the reference and go, "What episode was that?" And then look for the episode to go back to the classic series.
Yeah.
Where are we? Fatboy MB18. Which 3 versions of James do you like the most? Black James, Red James, or Pink James?
I like pink.
Red James, specifically with blue lining.
I like Red James, but give him the blue lining with the F24 details. But not make the rivets as big.
Oh, pardon me. Make James smaller as well.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate Wolf Scale James.
I like War Scale James, I just don't like CGI James.
Aloe vera. Can we be more specific with the gay cake being constructed? It's in the oven. Junction malfunction asks Aaron, how's your kitchen? You like it? You love it? You want to do home improvements?
I can't do home improvements.
Homes under the hammer? You can't do a lot of things.
I can't do a lot of things. Duke being on the Eldorado Museum, remember that plot line? That would have worked out so well. Purely based on favoritism, I'd love Paxton and AG. Paxton would be a good one, actually.
You keep skipping things and questioning my life.
Is there any heritage railway? Oh, are there any heritage railways you'd like to see? I want to go.
I want to go to Blue Balls.
I want to go.
So
Either Bluebells or Midhants is the one I'd want to go to.
I want to go to Romney. Romney had
Oh yeah, I'd love to go there. I don't know if I'd want to start using CGI. Screw the timeline even more. Caroline would be nicer. I think I'd argue and have
timeline? There is no timeline in Thomas.
They're 2 completely different timelines. I mean, if I can recall, Duke was going to return the Tram era in one of the storyboards. Oh yeah, no, he was. Yeah, he was in a storyboard.
Derek was also going to return Dead Diesel.
And then no. Do you know why we got Paxton?
Why?
Because they mistook because she wrote Paxman on the script, and they all mistook it as a new character. So they designed a new character, and she went, "No, this isn't what I mean." What are your thoughts on the Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on the cancelled early prototypes of Mike, Agnes, and Jemima and the Truck? I like them.
You can tell these engines in the got fucking stickers in the back.
Should I buy Lost Church of JBS and Brother and 3 model era Christmas or holiday themed Thomas stuff? Yes.
No.
I'm growing my TT
buy
home.
Proper stuff. It won't be double gauge models or Bachman. Buy Bachman, just not the Thomas range. Thomas range, it's shit.
If you do Bluebell or Midhant, you must let me know. Toby.
Yes, I love it.
Toby, you will be the first to know.
You will be the first knowing Aaron.
Aaron,
first to know a lot of things. So.
Aaron, do you have much of a TC home media? I do actually have a lot of Thomas DVDs. Actually, they're all in my garage and such, just basically in drawers. But I don't really use them.
We use them on sets.
Yeah, we use them for sets, but that's about it. I mean, if people want a DVD collection video, then sure, I guess.
No, you're becoming the unlucky tug.
Here's my entire Thomas DVD collection.
Fatboy MB18 asks if you had to. Wait, I can't fucking read. If you had to do your own version of the Thomas and Friends Hero the Rails movie, which characters would you use? Which scenes would you pick, and how would you end the movie? I just wouldn't have Hero. Why is there a Japanese engine on Solar?
I'd have Hero, but
he'd be a new engine.
I'd have him be a new engine.
I'd have him be a young Japanese character rather than an old Japanese character.
That's the only thing. I think it's because they were trying to basically rewrite the timeline a little with that movie. Because it was CGI.
I love my 1930s Japanese steam locomotive.
In a
1890 Sodor.
Yeah, Batman is expensive. That's why I bought a Batman Ryan for half the price.
You got it for 60 quid.
Mm-hmm.
Decent.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I buy actual Batman trains, the UK line of stuff, not Thomas. Why would you buy Batman Thomas stuff? I'm not trying to show your friend your
favorite thing on the new Thomas exhibition at Drayton Manor. I love that they put Salty on it.
The prop replica Jones.
That too, actually. Okay, guys.
Prop replica Percy.
Bye, Thomas Fan 18.
Bye.
Here I said in my quote, I was one of the first engines on Soda. No, you missed a few words there. Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I'm gonna put the glass down.
Because he says he was one of the first steam engines.
Are you burning those cakes?
No, not yet.
Why can I smell burning?
What do you mean, why can you smell burning?
Open the oven.
Oh no! Oh
Okay.
shit! Oh no! I think they are burning a little. I think.
It might just be the oil burning off them.
Oh no! I think they are burning a little. Let's turn it down a little. Let's just turn it down.
Maybe swap them around so the bottom one cooks a bit more.
Yeah, we'll do. Where have I put my oven
mitts? Let it slop. I'm going to say Aaron's short now. He's not. Don't worry, Kirsty. The house is on fire. Why has that one risen more? Oh, it's still dripping oil, Aaron. Well, the edge is burnt. It's peeling away. The fuck have you done?
I don't know, but I want to call these done because if they're in any longer, I don't want to.
Put them on the top or stick a knife in them. Again, junction malfunction. I don't care whether the hero was the first. He was built in 1930.
Yeah, fine.
I need photo evidence proof.
Ready?
Yeah. Stick him in another place and not just the same place you fucking stabbed them.
Mm.
Okay.
And then.
That was hardly a fucking... Aaron, there's already a hole there, you fucking idiot. Stab it somewhere like there, in the middle. Stab it there. Right, that's done.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just let them cool for a bit.
I think it was around 1936 now for studio. You're quite right there. Who the fuck? That's an alarm.
There goes the alarm.
I don't care if it's 1930 films. 1930 isn't like ye old times of ancient.
Yeah, but to be fair,
They did Stephen! Bloody Stephen's background perfectly!
I mean, bloody Stephen. Yeah, but they had Renner, to be fair, then.
Good point.
It's why Skiff is a little railboat.
I love Skip.
And is actually based on an actual little railboat.
He's based on Spooner's boat.
I was talking to someone the other day and they'd actually been on the boat and I was like, oh my god, I hate you.
Spooner's boat's great.
I'd love to go on Spooner's boat.
If I was doing Fast and York stuff in my 009, which I'm not, I would get a Spooner's boat. But
I do actually. In my little AU, in my head. Which is a very... It's not something that I put within videos.
Your little head can.
But what I do is,
yeah,
I'd actually have Skip be a narrow gauge railboat. Rather than him being an actual little railboat, I'd have it. He's a railboat that gives tours around the lakes and Scarlowy.
Yeah, the wind's not really going to be picked up strong there.
It's in the mountains.
It's surrounded by forests and trees. Where the
yeah, but wind is still going to be there.
Yeah,
it won't be as prominent, but there'll be wind.
It won't be prominent. Do you want to know why Spooner's boat is a boat?
This is Tugs.
No, it's because the cob.
Coal?
The cob on the Festiniog. Spooner's boat was made designed to go from Spooner's house, I think, or like somewhere like halfway up Festiniog, by gravity, because Festiniog was built on a constant grade, like the Scarlowy is. So you can still have Skip on there, but he's using the constant grade. But the reason why it was a boat is because they attached a sail to it. They thought, oh, let's make it a boat because funny joke. But they put a sail to it so they could go across the cob, because the cob is a mile-long stretch of level track. The cob is just one clear mile of completely level track, and you'd run out of gravity quite quick if you're going across level track for a mile in a narrow gauge boat with like 1 foot drive wheels. So, if you think about it, the wind at sea level is quite strong. You're not listening, are you?
Something about wind at sea level.
Fucking idiot. This is why I don't talk trains with you.
Wow.
Fatboy MB18 asks, if you had to give 3 characters in Thomas and Friends more screen time than those of Tidmouth Sheds, which 3 engines would you pick?
Which 3 at Tidmouth Sheds?
Which 3 not at Tidmouth Sheds?
Oh, okay.
So basically, what secondary characters that aren't the main 8 would you give more screen time? It's like how we ran about Thomas Promise last night, and you gave Oliver that screen time. Who else would you give? I'd give Duck some more screen time.
Duck?
I'd give
No, I
Diesel.
wouldn't. I wouldn't give Duck.
I would. I think there's some good stories with Duck.
Do you know who I'd give more screen time?
Who?
Norman.
No.
Actually give him a character rather than just being he is lazy, because that's what his actual thing is just he is lazy. Like Dennis. No, they're both lazy. But I'd completely redo him. So Dennis is the lazy one, but Norman is the one who's like... They're basically brother. It's hard to explain. No, Norman I'd do more stuff with. Scruffer I'd do more stuff with.
No.
No,
at least those characters behind.
Sonny
Died.
I'd want to do more with. Sonny I'd love to do.
I'd do more with Duck.
Oh, Diesel 10 actually.
No. Leave him in chat now. Leave him in Leave him how Diesel stole Christmas decorations or whatever the story was.
Okay.
What else would I get screen time?
Oh, I know who I'd give more screen time.
Rosie. Duck, Rosie. The Scarlet we love.
I know who I'd give more screen time.
Who?
Tamika.
Who?
The Aussie one. The yellow Aussie one with the green coach behind it. Inbound during the bushfire?
Oh! That blank slate!
Yeah, because I'd actually
Fuck the Bubba characters.
I'd give her a personality. I'd actually make her a character. Rather than just, careful, Thomas. Don't let it slip.
Oh, hi, Morris. Yeah, cake's out the oven now.
Buns are out the oven.
Morris, we're not about bread rolls, we're about the cob. A rock formation of a mile long in Port Michael. Can I plug my channel? My channel is what my name is in the stream. There's like 3 videos on it. One is a Percy spoof of Super Rescue. Another one is a rewrite of Better Late Than Never, which Aaron adapted on this channel.
Which you should go and watch.
Yes. It had George as Thomas, me as James. Was it Ed as Henry?
Ed was Henry. I was...
Kirsty was narrator.
I was Bertie.
You were Bertie. I love your Bertie. It's great. And it's got a minute and a half clip that I took when I first got trains, and I've never done anything since. Yeah, to me, Kirsty, that one. The one that sounds like paprika. Is it a spice? Is she part of the Spice Girls?
Is she a spicy character? Only trams.
The Goofy Controller asked me, you saw the FNAF movie. What did you think of it?
I've not seen it and I don't
I'm not
ever
seeing
want
it,
to.
I can't really care.
I don't care about FNAF. I've never liked it. I don't see the appeal personally.
Sorry, junction malfunction. I want more cake screen time. That looks good. It doesn't look good.
No.
The edges are fucking burned.
Yeah, ignore the burnt edges. I did.
Is that Bertie?
Oh my god, who said that?
Kirsty.
Oh my god, is that Bertie? Bubba characters are so forgettable. The only 2 I remember is probably Lorenzo from the 8th episode.
Making an Italian meringue frosting or store-bought.
Store-bought.
Look, I can bake the cakes. I've baked cakes with my mum in the past. Aaron's mum baked cake. Aaron is too much of a wuss to bake a cake.
I'm scared to set the house on fire. I thought this is more washing.
Thank you, Netflix Studios. Bubba characters are so forgettable. The only ones I remember are probably Lorenzo in that one Italian episode and Mining Lee. Mining Lee.
I can remember. I can remember all the Bubba characters. I will list them right now. You ready?
The only one I care about is Rebecca.
Are you ready? I will list them.
No thanks.
I really want to list them now.
Die. Fatboy MB. No. Fatboy MB18. Seen it here in the Rails movie where Thomas was able to stay ahead of Spencer as that race. No, it wasn't. It was shit.
Oh, to be fair,
it was shit.
No, on a big screen.
It was shit.
It's unrealistic and doesn't make sense.
The A4, 126 miles per hour top speed, despite it killing itself. Thanks, Mallard. Fastest steam locomotive in the world.
Yeah, but it's
Thomas.
an E2 with
a Billington E2 with extended side tanks that couldn't do better than 50 fucking miles per hour.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one to win a race, win a race, A4.
It's dumb.
Realism kills me.
But it's a very action-packed movie. But I'm a killer for action in like the Thomas stuff. But it's weird because I don't like Lost Treasure. But the only bit I like from Lost Treasure.
I like Lost Treasure because of Ryan.
I like Lost Treasure because of the music and then the chase at the end. That is like those are like the best bits. And also the dynamite bit with Ryan. But other than that, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, thanks, Junction Malfunction. The fucking merchandising. They brought all these characters in for merch, and they did fuck all with them.
Yeah, blame Mattel for that. Team Thomas basically, from what I've heard, like I've not heard it from anywhere, but I'm going to purely speculate.
Mm-hmm.
I think they brought all these characters in. We're going to do all the merch with it, and they kind of just went, no, because Mattel wanted to probably do AEG early. But everybody on the UK Thomas team was like, no, it has to say CG, which is why they did Wubba. And then Wubba flopped because it went... In America, they put it on Nickelodeon, which is perfect for streaming, that kind of thing. They put it on at all the wrong times. They advertised it, I think, 2 or 3 times, and that was it. So it basically did really, really bad over in America. And in the UK, it did all right because, and I know this, when Emily's episode came out in season 24, she was the #1 best-selling engine that entire week. It's the one where she's like, everyone has a best friend, how come I don't? And then she learns that all of the engines are her best friend.
That's sad episode.
Yeah, basically.
Everybody thinks she's alone because she is.
Yes. But her sales went up through the roof. When James' Super Engine came out, his sales went up through the roof. So in the UK, it was fine. But in America, it flopped, and other countries, it flopped.
I apologise if any of you are American. Blame the Americans.
SOZ. Which is why then AEG happened, but basically...
And
I'm
CGI Thomas, everyone in the UK was happy. AEG comes out, everyone in the UK wanted to kill Mattel.
Yeah.
It was funny as fuck to watch.
Like, it's one of those things where I think the Thomas team really wanted to keep it CGI, and you know how I think I know that they wanted to keep it CGI?
How?
You know the Learning with Thomas short for Magical Birthday Wishes?
Birthday, happy birthday, I'm gonna kill your mum.
Oh. I think they wanted it where where it's the ones where it's like with like the grass and the trees and basically that one. The one where it's the springtime parade.
You mean the Thomas and Percy thing?
Yeah. I think they were going to do that. Not
the one where James's voice actors Percy's.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they were going to do it where it was
like that.
Where it was like that. I think they were going to do it where the animation was like that. And I think they did it as a test to see how well it would do, but it probably didn't do as well as what
Maybe
they thought.
That's because they should it on YouTube.
Yeah, but YouTube makes sense though. You can't really put it on telly because you can't advertise it properly, really, other than saying they're 5-minute shorts.
You know what they could have done? Did you know what they could have done?
Well,
if they did it alongside a CGI episode. Remember in the Hit era, they had those learning segments.
I know, but it's too different though.
Not really.
In terms of how it's animated, it's very different. The animation style was very different. No, it tried to do Blubber, but the lighting's completely different. Everything is too different.
Because you could have had a Blubber episode, then the outro, and then that thing as an ending shot, like they did with the Hit era.
Blubber had a lot of reused assets. I will argue this.
I hate the reused assets.
I
love my far part in Italy.
They had a lot of restraints and not enough time and not enough money. That's all I'm going to say on it.
Portable Thomas, I disagree. CGI is Pete Thomas for me. Buena and Wubba. No, fuck Wubba.
Honestly, the Pete Thomas for me was probably
season 5. Thank you.
It's not CGI though, is it?
Fuck CGI.
In terms of CGI, I want to say F21.
How the fuck do we go on and talk about how shit Wubba and CGI are?
I don't know. It was a question.
It's been like the whole stream theme since.
Yeah. Morris also talking about Nia is better in AEG.
Yes.
She is so good in AEG.
I agree with that.
And if people write her, I want them to add bits of her in because they made Nia a good
I
character.
don't want to be made out of a twat for what I'm going to say.
Go on.
But I say this in the most genuine way. Nia is the most unrelatable foreign character in Thomas because they push that factor that she's from another country.
Yeah, I think that was the issue is that they pushed it. I get why, but it's just a bit.
If they did the Bubba film, had Nia come to Sodor, and they go, well, Edward's moved out the shed now, and Nia's got nowhere to stay. Nia stayed at Tibbins with them.
They did basically what they did with Emily in Calling the Engines.
Pretty much.
Where they're like, we have an extra berth, and the Fat Control's like, that's for Emily.
Yeah. That's why I quite like Calling the Engines because of that aspect.
Oh, I love.
But if they did that with Nia, where they went, well, Edward's recently moved out, you've got nowhere to stay, and you don't want to go back home because you quite like Sodor. Why don't you stay with us and we can teach you the ropes of Sodor? And they had that be Nia's first few episodes. Like counting on Nia, I'm all right with.
Yeah, everyone really
Nia,
digs it, but it makes sense for her because it's like, well, numbers and such are very different in her country.
Yeah, however, they do make her out like a bit of a toddler.
Yeah, they do make her a bit as if she's a bit of a
like.
baby. But the idea of her being like, I don't know my words and numbers properly.
This is fucking babble because I'm saying it as I think. But this is what I'd do with Nia. Have Bubba play out as it does, sort of, and bring Nia to Sodor. Have the shed scene like how I mentioned it, where it's basically, we have the shed berth free. You want to stay here? Join us, we can teach you the ropes. Have Counting on Nia be her first proper episode.
Because it can be her getting used to the ropes. And plus, giving her Annie and Clarabelle is actually quite a good move.
Because they're role models.
Yeah.
They're the role models in the episode.
They're very good role models.
And to get your Thomas cameo in, because you have to plug you have to get a crowbar and
just put him in.
You have to hack at the crate to get Thomas
honestly
in there.
That's one thing that I actually quite like about AEG is that they don't push Thomas as much now.
I love
that. Like
that's what I'm happy with.
Like if you in the second season of AEG and some of the first half of the first season, the second half of the first season, they kind of have it where Thomas isn't a main character; he's just a cameo character, or just doesn't appear at all. Because they want to build the world more,
exactly,
and make it like a separate universe entirely.
Welcome to the Railway series.
Because that's what AEG.
Oh god, AEG is the kid-friendly Railway series.
It is. Like AEG is one of those things where it's its own thing, but it has characters from the actual franchise. It's just its own universe and its own take. On the basically like a headcanon. That's my best way of putting it. It's a very, very, very expensive headcanon.
Fuck, it really is.
It is. Because it's a big budget thing. Well, say big budget. It's probably about $1 million at least. And then the other bit is for the toys.
Fuck, it really is just one big expensive Railway series
headcanon. It is. It's just but from like Americans' perspectives of it.
Fucking hell.
That's all it is.
We've made a revelation tonight, But no, back onto my Nia bullshit. And how Counting on Nia happened as the first episode. Manny and Clara was the role models. Crowbar Thomas in there. You have Thomas at the end of the episode going, you seem a lot happier than this morning, Nia. What's happened? I've been taught this.
I had an accident and it woke me up.
I had an accident. It made me realise, oh shit.
I can't read.
Oh god, Nia goes to fucking school. She goes to training school.
She goes to training
school. English.
She leaves the train academy. She goes, Thomas, I can read and write now. Oh, well done, Nia. Now do some work.
Genuinely, that's how you should introduce Nia. You literally have her learn shit from Annie and Clarabelle or from other engines. And then you don't fucking push. I hate the fact that they pushed that she was from Africa. Yes, in the first episode, you go.
In the movie.
If you go in your first episode with Counting on Nia, let's say that's her first episode. If you have it where Nia is evident that she's from another country, because she can't understand British train signs,
I think
that's fine because you can go, I'm not from here, please help. In the second episode, you put it in there, but not as heavy as the first episode, and you slowly fizzle it out over time. So if people want to learn where the fuck Nia came from, they have to go through her, like a character arc.
I have a theory. So, in season 24, there's an episode called Nia and the Unfriendly Elephant. In the end of that episode, she becomes in charge of the animal park. She's like the animal park engine.
I hate the fact that they did that with engines.
I think
Yes, let's make Emily the rescue engine just by having a whole search and rescue crew dedicated to saving the island. Makes sense.
I don't know. What was I going to say? It's gone out my head now. It's gone out my head what I was going to be saying.
Good.
Oh, that was it. I think if the next season was still CG, I think they were going to have it when Neo moved away slowly from the sheds. And
hell yeah, let's put Duck in the shed instead. Yes.
Someone said the first episode of AG has such with the first flight controller, so might have some inspirations. Oh yeah, no, it does have inspiration of the Railway series with that because they used the Thomas wiki when they were looking up stuff. But how do I word it? AG isn't as bad as what people say it is. However,
I think no, because let me say it because you're going to say it as an AG fan.
Not really.
I
like everything on this.
I'm going to say it as more of a Railway series TBS fan. I can see why the AG is doing so well. It's more kid aimed. It's got that kid-like atmosphere. The fact that it's animated, it fits in a lot more with current, because Thomas has been CGI for too long.
I think that's the biggest
where
issue.
It fell.
And then they tried to change the CG, but because the models were the same, I think it still made it feel like it was the same show. It didn't really get the only exciting bit was they do new characters with a special guest voice actor, and that's about it. But most of their budget would go into having that voice actor. So it's kind of one of those things where I think if they'd redesigned the engines or done something where they changed it a little bit.
If they had a hybrid style between AG and CGI, the engines still look like engines, but they were more chipified.
Yeah,
they were chipified to look like the AG.
Like the Nendroid Thomas.
Nendroid Thomas.
Do you know what the Nendroid Thomas looks like?
The one you've got upstairs.
Yeah, the one in my bedroom. It's like the chubby
not
one.
That chipified, not that small and squished, but if they had them a reasonable size. They weren't all different scales of children. Because that throws me off, especially with Toby's episode. Because Toby's a small adult. Toby is like a dwarfed adult.
No, but I like that though.
Yeah, I find that funny as fuck. But I find it funny as fuck because he's an old man, but child height.
Well, yeah, because as you get older, you go smaller.
Yeah.
Which is why I find it unironically funny. But then I don't understand that because then Edward is also big.
Have you seen his merch? Unless that's a crap league.
No.
Is it actually?
Yeah, no, they've actually...
They actually wear a 4-4? Fucking hell.
They've actually fixed it.
But
the promo still has his original wheelbasis that's in the show.
Have they redone it?
They've redone him to give him the proper... Is it 4-4-0?
4-4-0.
Yeah. They've essentially redone it because his merch has it. But the promo picture on his box is still the old design.
Yeah.
But I think that's because they've not had time to do a new render.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's why. Because to be fair, the amount of wheels they put on Edward, that would not fit in any of the merch.
Well, considering they made James's accurate configuration, they both made Gordon and Henry moguls as well.
Yeah.
Man, I love Henry, the toy, as a mogul. I love my Thomas and Friends Stanley a mogul.
AG is actually... I know it's not everybody's Thomas.
It's not right. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Hashtag not my Thomas.
However,
it's still keeping the brand alive.
You know the perfect example of this?
What?
When the CGI first came into fruition.
That's a good point, actually, because...
People hated the fact they went from models to CGI.
That's why Pierce Brosnan left.
Exactly.
Because
everyone now hates the fact that they went from CGI to animation, despite it keeping up with the times.
Because they didn't...
And being cheaper to do. Because money makes the world go round, unfortunately. Kids, the cost of living crisis these days, Jesus fucking Christ.
Because it's just... I'm just the cost of living these days, honestly. It's just one of those things where I think... I kind of sit there and I'm kind of like... Wubba was fun for the time.
Wubba was bouncy and fun to try and make it young for kids again. But AEG's hit that target margin.
AEG has done it because they've also marketed it a lot better. Because the marketing with Wubba, they were like... The problem with Wubba...
Should we ice his cakes?
Yeah, you can ice it if you want.
I'll ice while you talk.
The problem...
Because I've just seen Junction's comment going,
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. The bitch who said these cakes were for you.
The problem... Oh, that was a very loud slap. The problem is that with with Wubber is that they marketed it as this like massive big thing and this massive big change, when really it wasn't a massive big change, but they marketed it in the worst way possible. AEG, on the other hand, they just went, oh, we've got a new reboot coming of Thomas, and they've kept it kind of low key, and then there was a few trailers out, and then that's when it then got the criticism.
Yeah.
Like, they were very low key with it, and then they updated the merch, which, by the way, the merch is cracking now.
Yeah.
Like, the sets are actually train sets. The push-along engines actually look like their counterparts.
I love the push-along engines. Push-along James is great.
The only weak ones really are motorized. They're the only ones. But if you want it for accuracy's sake, go get the tender engines in push-along and then the small engines in... No, tender engines in motorized.
I was going to say small
engines. The small engines in push-along, but get Toby in push-along.
Yeah.
Because if you get him as the big one, it won't look right at all.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What the fuck are the edges?
It went a bit lumpy.
Yeah.
But AEG was marketed correctly. Wubber, they put too much marketing in, which
Wubber
is why
was shit marketing.
Like, they made it out to be this like big new amazing thing, and they put way too much research into it. Whilst with AEG, they kind of went, right, we need to sort out Thomas, because it was said on Twitter that there was a Mattel representative at some show thing in America, and they said that they know that Model Thomas is really popular.
Yeah, well,
so they still know that it's popular. They just had to make a show to keep up with the times, which is fair enough, in all honesty.
You know, I think AEG did better than Wubber.
What?
The fact that it keeps it auto-sodal.
That, and actually, they keep with the continuity better than the CGI series ever did.
Exactly.
Because AEG, and this is one thing, is that with AEG, they haven't put too many characters in.
You see, that's what happens when you don't bring a new character in every single fucking season to sell toys.
That's why
People's Railway series headcanons do quite well, because they stick to, oh yeah, Thomas 1, Oliver 11.
Yeah.
That order. And then they add engines.
And then you've got a few others, and that's about it. Whilst with CGI, they put in hundreds of characters to basically make as much merch as possible, but then they couldn't utilize them properly, so kids didn't know half of what they were.
What's this merch, this red diesel engine? I've never fucking seen it before.
It was in Day of the Diesels, was it?
Paxton? No, Norman. Who the fuck's
Norman? But also with AEG, when they first released the toys, the first wave they did was basically the main lot, and then I think it was James and Gordon.
Yeah, because James and Gordon were prominent secondary characters.
I mean, they still are.
Yeah, but in the first season, they were more prominent than now, where you've got
Emily.
You've got James, Gordon, Whiff, Emily.
Toby.
Salty,
Ashima.
From what I think they're going to build up, I feel like they're going to make Henry and Edward prominent characters.
Oh, they will. Because if they've given...
Bet you, by the time the 80th anniversary rolls around, Edward and Henry will be quite prominent characters in AEG.
Oh my god.
It'd be great.
They've revealed the cover for the 2025 annual, and there's no 80th anniversary logo on it. And no one's pointed that out yet.
The fuck?
There's no logo on it, which I'm kind of scared for, because I'm hoping they update the cover with a logo, because if they don't, I'm going to be a bit worried. I'm going to be really, really worried, because I want them to celebrate it.
80 is a fucking massive milestone.
It is.
My granddad turned 80 last week.
I think
that's a massive fucking milestone.
I think we'll get something of the Thomas movie that year. Not the actual movie. I think we'll get announcements, cast, and then a trailer, and then it'll come out the year after.
Would be interesting.
Because it would make the most sense. Because
what year are we on now? 78.
Yeah, because next year's 79. So it's in about 2 years. And bearing in mind, they've got a pretty
2025.
Because the next one I think they're working on is Barney. And then there's Hot Wheels, which was another that they're working on.
Yeah, that's what they do with the fucking Hot Wheels movie.
It's just going to be just Fast and Furious. That's all it's going to be. Because they've got like a Fast and Furious person in to help out.
As long as they take the piss out of Mattel, like Barbie did.
Oh, that was great.
Great.
I don't want Thomas to do that though.
No, I think
I want them to be proper railway series with it.
With Mattel, what I think they should do is with films like Barbie, Hot Wheels, fucking Uno the movie.
Oh, they should just take the piss.
They should take the piss out of Mattel, because not through all of them, because that'll just get boring and continuity.
And you'd be like, ha ha ha, funny joke.
But if they did it where brands they've got that aren't a legacy brand like Thomas.
They should just take the mick with and just
They
have
should
fun.
take the mick and shit out of them.
And just have fun with it.
But with Thomas, that's probably why the Barbie movie did so well, because the directors and shit had a fucking blast with Barbie.
Oh, it's because right. So there's a really fun story about this. So I think he was called Richard, and he was one of the. He was.
Sorry.
His last name is actually Dickinson. Dickinson.
Dick.
So one of the
Double dick. Sorry.
So one of the people at Mattel went to go and see the set for the Barbie movie, and he hated it. He was like, "I don't know how to feel about this." After he saw Margot Robbie and how it was going, he went, "You can literally do whatever you want with the movie, and we will market it to hell," because they spent a ton on the marketing and they got it back.
Oh yeah, considering how well Barbie's.
And all the songs, pretty much all the songs charted in the UK and US respectively. So they got the money back from the music. The only thing that didn't do well is the merchandise for it, because there's not much of it, because they're doing it more as a collectible thing, which is why the Barbie dolls are so expensive.
That explains a lot. Why are you cutting it into 4?
I ain't eating a whole lot like that.
Don't worry, Junction, you can have a piece.
Yeah, do you want a piece? Who wants a piece of cake?
Well, cut it into like
12.
Yeah, 12's like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, no. What I think they should do is like with the brands that aren't legacy, because Thomas is quite a legacy brand now. It's past that point where it's going to get there. If they have,
they've said so many times in their stuff that Thomas is like a legacy brand. It's the #1 preschool train property.
Yeah.
Because Juggington tried to be it and fucked it.
Which I find hilarious because Bob kind of became Juggington.
And then Mighty Express has tried to take it over. But Mighty Express, me and the Milan tuner have watched it. And oh my god, it is shit. Imagine, you know how AEG people like they may as well just been cars.
Yeah.
Mighty Express goes above that and says they might, and I've said they might as well just be monster trucks. That it's terrible. It is they even copy bits from Thomas and actually have some of the people who directed for Thomas on it as well.
Oh.
So the one who directed the Italy specials and the Royal Engine directed a few specials for Mighty Express, and that's the only good thing about it is the direction. But because of how the sets are made,
it's shit.
It's awful. Which is what Bubba actually did quite well. Is that their sets, they did a lot with it, so they could do a lot of really nice camera angles. Because with the Nitrate era, they kept very still.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't until like Blue Mountain Mystery and like Day of the Diesels.
I love panning shots.
They just did it better.
Yeah.
I think what they should have done is, you know, with season 17, kept Miller on, but had it where it was her and Brenna working together.
Would have been interesting.
Because she was still the voice director.
Yeah.
Like from season 14 to all the way to the end of
she
season.
was still on the show, just not as the role she
I
had.
think they should have given her a chance to write stories, but with the new format, because she was writing for another show with her. It was Mike the Knight. And she did really, really well with that, because with Thomas, they were a bit more restricted and had like they had more of a thing where that was their biggest selling one, so they had certain guidelines to meet with. Also, Mike the Knight, they were kind of like, you can just do whatever you want with it, and they did, and her stories were like some of the best.
This is why you give the directors and writing team free fucking reign. You hear that, Aaron?
What are you aiming at me for?
You know the Jimmy the train arc.
Oh yeah,
good. I'm glad we put that up.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, you will not be expecting anything next year. You're not expecting it at all.
Oh, it's gonna be
fucking train-tastic.
Yeah. If you thought
Aaron's content was good now,
wait
for it.
It's gonna take a long time to do.
Oh god, yeah.
But
wait for it.
It's gonna be very much worthwhile. I'm aiming to get something out to do with it, either early next year or for December. Christmas there's going to be something, but I'm still working with it. Well, me and Ryan are still working on it.
Welcome, guys. You've entered the Ryan.T.Shaw era of the Tram channel.
So
you've heard of Tram Travels with this fucker as the main character. Now get ready for me to be on the team. I am now part of Blue Wheel Pictures.
It's just going to be really, really fun because we're doing a lot of stuff that that I've never done before, and stuff that it's something I've always struggled to do, but that's because I can't do them. But I have now got the help of this one. So okay, bye.
To a new era.
There's nothing. I haven't got a glass. Hang on.
There's nothing in that glass. Aaron, I've had 2 of those drinks. That's the worrying thing. I've had 2 of those drinks. I don't even fucking feel them.
Yeah, of Coke. I probably shouldn't be Coke.
Just stand there. Yeah.
Aaron, Kirsty tells me you're going to Thomasland again. Yes, I am.
We massively derailed that like fucking thing because we were on about fucking Thomas the movie. We were about 80, then the 80th,
Yeah,
Thomas
that was
the movie,
80,
then Barbie the
movie.
movie, and then next year, wait for it.
Everyone's heard of an unlikely fandom. Yes, I'm excited for that.
I don't know.
I just want there to be a lot of UK representation. That's all I'm asking for.
They should have got us on it.
They should have. They would have been really fun.
Right.
As because we have been seen on the Talithan Railway YouTube channel.
We have and all.
We have.
But I just agree with whatever that dickhead says, despite him being the more Thomas fan of the 2 of us.
Yeah. Make sure you take lots of pictures of the props. I mean,
please do. I'd like to see James.
Yeah. I'll probably get a lot of shots on my phone and such.
We need reference.
Morris has said, I've got enough cake, thank you. You mean the cake you've made? How do I be mean without not being mean?
Oh, it's not about this cake.
Yeah, no. Not yours.
I'll put it away.
Yeah, put it away, thank you.
I'll try and hide it, sorry.
Yeah. By lifting your apron up, looks like you're lifting your skirt up. Okay, Marilyn Monroe. Right, this is the cake. I'll split it in half. Oh, ignore the glass.
Put it in half?
Cut it.
Aaron, it's already cut in half.
No, I've said I put it in half. Oh, Kirsty shouting.
I put it in half. Yes, Aaron, you've already cut it in half. I said cut it in half. Yes, Aaron, you cut it in half. I said put it in half. Make your fucking mind up, man.
I had a thought that the Thomas movie would probably just be The Late Adventure Begins, but a live action return it won't be.
I fucking hate The Adventure Begins.
Sorry.
I'm
iffy. It's just vanilla. I'm iffy with The Adventure Begins, but I get quite bored of it because I just sit there and just like I might as well just read it.
It's not just vanilla, it's gay.
I just sit there and I'm just like I might as well just read the Railway series or watch season 1. Like that's what I just look at it and just like it's nice and all.
I'm not the biggest fan of season 1 because season 1 is just the Railway series, but if I had to pick of something to watch between season 1 or The Adventure Begins, season 1.
It'd be season 1.
Season one's more charming, more wistful, more fun, surprisingly. Like I know in The Adventure Begins, it's the full-length fucking film. You start in the right order with Edward first. Then Thomas arrives, and you've got Thomas in an interesting livery. James is actually black, but I mean, it's very hit and miss.
The Runaway is like one of the best bits from it. But it drags on too much.
It drags on for too long.
That's my only issue.
I'm stuck in my head with my railway regulations.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, James fucks off. What the fuck? Where's there a branch? Thomas? What? Oh dear. I hate that joke.
I hate it as well.
Like, the only time that joke was funny to me was when Diesel D199 did it. But he did it with a sheep. And James goes, oh, sheep! As in, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's the only time that joke became funny to me. I thought you had one of my Cokes. I was like, you fucking asked for that? Oh, hello, Ivor Blue.
Oh, hi, Joe.
Man, it's like Barbie the drink.
It is Barbie the drink.
Baby, you can find me under the lights, diamonds under my pants. I want to get a third drink, but it's not alcoholic, I fucking promise.
Right. I think.
Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, but I like shouting about how shit Thomas is.
I can't think of anything else, really. Other than, yeah, but you do that anyway. Oh, okay.
It was on display with what it is and all. Promise, guys, I've not been drinking Jack and Coke this entire time.
Unpopular opinion, I'd rather have Bear back in CGI than Boko.
Yes, because they actually do shit with Bear.
Boko, they'd just be like, oh, hi, Edward, how are you?
Right.
Because they would do that.
I hate when the fandom goes, oh, I don't like Boko because Boko is just Edward the diesel engine. He's not. Boko's actually got some sort of difference because Edward hasn't failed before. Now, I know the fandom now within Railway Series content talks about Boko failing because the Metronix were the best diesel. However, you can still have Boko have a different character to Edward.
I'll talk about it in a minute, Morris.
You can still have Boko have a different character to Edward that isn't him failing. But I prefer to have Bear in CGI because Bear you can actually use him. Like, you can do Super Rescue.
Super Rescue would be canon to CGI if they did that.
Exactly. If you had Bear in CGI, you could do Super Rescue. You can give it that intro that Bear wants.
So there's the case.
And then you can do like some stories with Bear. Like you can like maybe not give Bear his name instantly after.
I wouldn't.
Have a story like how Carson did with James and Bear.
What, Growl at the Moon?
Not Growl at the Moon, the other one. Can't remember the title, but it's one where Bear's put on the Express. Bear fails by growling up the hill and overdoes his engine.
Oh my god, what is it
James
called?
then banks Bear all the way to victory.
No, not Express Mission.
That's Richard's story.
No. Oh my god, what's it called? Hang on.
We've had something like that where Bear then gets his name on Sodor.
Also, hi Carson, shout out. He probably won't watch him, but hello.
How does the cake taste? Not sure.
Rescue and Redemption. CGI Super Rescue would be actually quite interesting.
Joe, fuck off. I've just said that Boko is not Diesel Edward. It's not. You can do something different with Boko.
Oh, Morris wants me to talk about Doctor Who. Morris, I'm very, very excited for Doctor Who.
This is a Thomas channel.
I prefer David Tennant to him in this era than in the older era because he was overdone. He basically became the Tom Baker, but not as good. I'm glad they're still using Jodie's TARDIS. That makes me very, very happy. And we've also got the one who plays Elle from Heartstopper in it as well, which makes it instantly amazing.
Man, I love that gay shit. Turn it up to 100.
Don't worry, it's Russell T Davies. We've got a drag queen.
Brilliant.
Who's a piano. So
a piano?
No, so they're dressed in like a dress which is like a piano.
Okay.
But I think they're doing like a musical episode because Ncuti Gatwa can sing because Barbie movie. Because he's literally because on the iTunes thing there's like an extras bit and it shows about how the soundtrack was made. There's a bit where it's Ryan Gosling, Ncuti Gatwa, and two of the others in a booth, in their own separate booths because of COVID, they have the screens and such. Just them singing "I'm Just Ken," and you can see and you can just see them all just put the heart and soul into it. And then in the actual movie, you just see everybody else trying to sing it, and they get up.
Yeah.
I think a CGI Super Rescue had happened. Yeah, Thomas Mann 2002's one was good, but his was like in his series canon thingy, so to speak. Also, I think they do it differently. 2055 fan, but yeah, Morris, you've gone back in time.
He's gone to the future, Aaron. This is 2023, not 2055.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking 1955, which is apt for Morris because he's old.
Yeah. Old far. Soz.
I would have been 1 year old in 2005.
Yeah, you would have been.
And you would have been like, what, 4? Thanks, Toby. Thank you, Toby. Toby's got screenshots of me with by the line, by the way, and just sent them Aaron. Please send them me as well, Toby. They're great. The fuck?
Yeah,
The
I've
fuck?
got rid of it.
Who the fuck was that?
They said use breast milk.
I don't want to use tit milk for my cakes.
I mean, technically, we've used
I
milk
won't
from
pump out enough. I've not got the mummy milkers for that.
Mummy's milk. I'll do that. Don't know if that's anything.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
For context, there was a comment about using mummy's milk.
Mummy's milk.
In cake.
I wish in CGI we had more model era locations return, like the coal implant, Jolly's Chocolate Factory, Kirk Runner. Actually, we had Jolly's Chocolate Factory return.
Hear me out. SI3D, Sodors, Kildane in CGI.
Oh my god, that actually kind of slapped.
If they did electric engines in CGI, I would have loved that. But they based them on the Woodhead electrics.
They would have actually made a fair bit of money with that as well.
You know what I mean by the Woodhead electrics?
Is it the one? Which ones is that? Get me a picture.
I'll show you a photo. Because in my headcanon, these are what my electric engines are. Basically, what Mushy did for them.
Toby Ryan is such a mood, isn't he?
Them.
Oh, yeah. No, I prefer them.
If they made these engines, the electric engines, and put them in CGI.
Some also thoughts on Dudley. I like Dudley. His stories have just been overdone. That's my only issue with Dudley, is that his stories have been overdone.
There's one preserved at the NRM.
Hey, so, guys, I have an announcement. I'm doing the Dudley saga. Thank you, Ryan.
That's my input on the Dudley saga. Nah, BLB, if I make the Dudley saga, I'm making Dudley an 8F, a Stanley 8F. Fuck Peter.
Actually, no, I'm going to make it a 9F and have him be Murdoch's brother.
Sorry, whose brother?
Murdoch's.
Murdoch! I love Murdoch. Oh, fuck, I've slipped into James. I love tits. Tits McGee.
Pardon?
Thank you, Toby.
By the way, if you guys haven't already, our good friend Dua Lipa put a reference to one of my videos in her newest song Houdini.
Sorry.
She says the word "let it." She says, and I quote, "Let it slip."
Who's it written by, Aaron?
Ryan.T.Shaw.
And who's he?
Every day I think of the original plan for an Avenger Begins sequel instead of Royal Engine and Feel Rod. Really like Royal Engine still though. I'm probably gonna get really hated for this, but I prefer Marvelous Machinery over Royal Engine. Because Marvelous Machinery is really, really fun and I can go back and rewatch it. Royal Engine, I can only watch it a couple of times and I'm just like, this is nice. Duchess is nice, and I like the Tatmar reference, but I don't know. I'm just someone who just likes fun in Thomas. I like both respectively, but I tailor towards Marvelous Machinery more because it was a really, really fun thing.
You're the reason why I'm alcoholic.
Oh, it did go so hard with the runaway scenes were just so good. Oh, honestly, I got more hyped for that than the Royal Engine, and me and Kirsty watched the Royal Engine and Marvelous Machinery together when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Kirsty were like on like a Discord. We were on like a Discord call. We watched the Royal Engine together on our TVs, and then we went to the Royal Engine, and then we went to Marvelous Machinery because it'd been put on YouTube. And we both just watched it, and I just sat there and I was like, I'm loving every single second of this.
Maybe send me another one.
Toby, I need that one. Please tell me you sent it me. Yes!
Thank you, Toby.
The Kenji runaway scene is so good.
I need to put these as emojis in the Loco yard.
I think, theory time, I think Ruth was going to be featured more in the show, but because they canned the CGI for AEG, I think they're going to do something with her where she was a more prominent character, hence why she's in it a fair bit. So I think that we're going to have it where basically she was just a regular character kind of thing, because it would make sense.
You know what they should have done with Ruth if they put her in AEG?
What?
They make her a prominent human character like the Fat Controller, but they have her as Lifts Bezzy Mate.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Yeah, that's what I'm a bit like that. Like, it's good to watch a reference, but the Royal Engine needed more time. I think that's my issue with it, because it abruptly ends, and that's it. Whilst I think it needed that little bit more time, and I I said this, I think it was at Audrey 2 to somebody. I said it would have been a really, really good idea if they'd done a bit afterwards where, like, Duchess shunts Thomas to the actual thing and he stays the night. And you get a conversation going with Duchess. And maybe you see another visiting engine, like that kind of thing, just to build a bit more character and the universe of the mainland, which is London. Like, just something just to add a bit more to it.
I love going from Sodor, Vickerstown to Bridlington to London.
Vickerstown.
Like it's a fucking 3-mile journey. I love it.
Oh my god! Imagine if they'd done it where the Fat Controller had like a little tent and like
just camping in
and
the
they
yard.
camp it like it's like Tapmar, but with Mr. Conductor when it's the fire and Thomas is just next to them, and Thomas is just like, "Sir, how am I going to sleep?" He's like, "Don't worry, Thomas, I've got that prepared." And he's just and just
puts a tarp over
it's
it.
just a tarpaulin. And he's like, "Sir, it's a bit uncomfortable." And he's like, "Do you want to sleep in the cold?" Not really.
No, you know what I would have loved if they did a post-credit scene to that.
Not even post-credit. I'd just do it just as the other scene, and then you have it where Thomas goes back home, and it ends with him telling them all about it.
No, you know what I would have loved?
What?
They didn't do the idea with Thomas getting shunted away by Duchess. They did a scene afterwards, either after the credits or just like they fade to black when they're in London and they fade back again. It's night time. Thomas is returning to Sodor. He passes through Wellsworth where Thomas is just like, "Well, sir, you live here. I might as well just shed down here." Philip's away for the night. Thomas sheds with Edward.
Oh, yeah, because...
Oh, they have it end where Thomas and Edward just have a friendly natter because there's 2 engines on the northwestern.
I would have it where it says as well near the end, they'd be like, you know, "I hope we have a really good future on Sodor." Like,
yeah.
like something just to kind of him being like, the show is going to carry on.
But in a different format.
Yeah, and Edward's a bit like, "You know what, Thomas? I think we will be here for a while, but, you know, things may change. And we've got to accept, you know, you have it where it's the accepting of the change thing, that kind of thing." Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind
I can say things and you guys won't know. I love toying with fans.
It's just that kind of thing, really. Where I think it just needed that extra long run. Like, have it where Marvelous Machinery is 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Or have them both be like 40-minute specials, because Marvelous Machinery you can cut down a little bit and probably make it half an hour.
Marvelous Machinery you can trim down a lot.
You can cut it down to probably, I want to say, half an hour.
You know what I hate?
Or 25 minutes. And then Royal Engine be like 40 minutes.
Marvelous Machinery is like what, 4 episodes in one?
No, it's 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then they have Sonny's Second Chance. So on the digital releases,
yeah,
they put Sonny's Second Chance afterwards, but it's not meant to be part of the actual thing. It's just a separate episode.
You know what I would have done? I would have trimmed down both the Marvelous Machinery episodes into one. Have the credits for that one. And then have Sonny's Second Chance. Not as a standalone thing, as a follow-up.
Yeah.
Like an instant follow-up. Like everyone's tracking down from Marvelous Machinery from the show at the Earl's Estate. And Sonny's just there, sad and depressed. And Thomas is like, "There's still a chance for you to become a useful engine."
And then he's like, "Well, what about Gordon?"
Just ignore Gordon, he's a tosser. And then Sonny carries on and then that episode plays out.
Like,
and he realizes that Diesel's is a twat.
Like, I just think, like, I wish that they'd done more with the special, considering it was like the last ones as well. Like, the only really redeeming thing is that they got Rosamund Pike in.
The only redeeming thing is that Michael White wrote the Royal Engine. Yeah. In my mind, that is the only redeeming thing of the end of season 5.
To be fair, they couldn't have given it to a better person.
Exactly.
I don't think...
Considering he, A, is someone who's helped out heavily with Audrex, he is, B, someone who is modelling the Reverend's models and Mark 1 Farquhar layout.
Fun fact, his layout was featured in the actual show.
Exactly. It's a scaled-down render.
Like, it's
great.
Like,
That's my favourite part of Marvelous Machinery. Just that clip.
No, that's not from Marvelous Machinery.
It's not.
It's from an episode that he wrote called The Great Little Railway.
That was it.
But in the...
Sorry, the CGI ending all blurs into one.
But from what I heard, I don't know if it was from Michael himself, but from what they did, he wrote in this, apparently, from what I can remember, in the script it was said it was just going to be a random model railway.
And
it was Ian that said we should get his replica.
Oh.
So I think it was either Ian or Sam, someone on the team was just like, "Hey, you know, let's do let's put it in as a nice little reference because all the models are made to look like Audrey's models because that was in the original script.
Oh, I quite like the fact that the hybrid models looking, but Percy's looks most like.
Take note of hybrid iOS, but better.
You just got £9.99.
I'm wasting $10 just to say Aaron Tram Studios farted on me at Audrey Extravaganza 57. Okay.
Pardon?
I don't think the JBS cast were going to be in it.
Kill JBS. I like JBS because of Merlin. Has anyone actually seen that video of what happens to Merlin?
What happens to Merlin?
The actual locomotive that is Merlin.
Yeah.
In real life, because Merlin's.
Thank you, Joe.
Merlin's number belongs to another King Arthur, but the name Merlin was on a King Arthur class. It wasn't the Three Chimney one; it was another one. But the actual one that was called Merlin is put in a staged crash.
Oh,
There's a video on YouTube of the real life Merlin in a staged accident. And I think it was a part of Longmoor. I think it was on the Longmoor Military Railway.
The Great Little Railway Show. The Great Little I think there were some episodes that were moved to from F21 to Wubba, and I think one of them was the fastest red engine on Sodor.
You can tell with that
because it's like a two-part. Because it's essentially they did like the best three-parter arc, but because they shortened down F21, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got fast red engine on Sodor, you've got a shed for Edward, and then you've then got the perspective of James, and it's like, well, where does that go? Because in a shed for Edward, he just returns. So having an engine of many colours kind of just be. It didn't work.
Continuity doesn't fade.
The viewership actually for F21 actually increased heavily over here. Did you know that?
I think it's because of some of the stories.
I did some research it was when I was in college, and we were having to look at it. So for my final major project, I did a short film called An Engine's War Ground, which was essentially just a war, like runaway, like train thing.
Man, I love my headcanon for James in World War I on the front line.
So it was essentially, hello, C-Swan. Yes, I'm using the kissing.
Kissing!
I just hit my boobs.
I'm not kissing you, by the way.
I don't want to. That's pretty homosexual.
Pretty gay.
No. But I had to do research on the
Over 3 of them.
the similar animation styles that I'd be using, which are live action.
Mm.
So I looked up and what happened to them over time. So I did Thunderbirds Let Go, the new one, not the old one. I did another show, and I can't remember which one. It might have been Ivor the Engine. And then I did Bob the Builder. And I looked at Model Bob the Builder. And then when they tried to do CGI, and then the reboot one, I'm looking at how the viewerships did and all that kind of thing, and what the downfalls were in terms of that. So when it was the
downfalls, CGI.
So when they first put it in CGI, one of the downfalls was that they tried to basically make it look like the models, but failed.
Yeah.
So that made the viewership decline for it. And then with the reboot, viewership was high as anything.
I think it's because they actually look like actual people and not
fat
balls.
Balls, yeah.
Man, I love balls.
I looked up, and then whilst I was doing that, because I was bored out of my mind, I looked up the ratings for Thomas.
Fair. And
season 21, the viewership was so high, it was the best it had ever been for the past 2 to 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Because they made it a bit more faster paced. The stories were very they were a bit tighter written. They weren't as it wasn't as slow a pace. It was a bit quicker. But it was just, if they'd carried on with that format, I think CGI Thomas would have continued, but not as far as it would have done if they didn't move to AEG.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised there are 24 seasons out of Thomas. That's including the model.
Oh, it's literally one of the longest running shows. There was a thing that came out ages ago, and it's up on the top of the list with The Simpsons and everything.
It's surprising. Genuinely, Thomas, you could probably, in your head, if you think about it, you could probably cap Thomas at 10 seasons. Thomas, if you look at its original format, you can think and cap it at 10 seasons.
Oh my god, I'm really dumb.
What?
Model Era, there's 12 seasons.
Yeah.
CGI, there's 12 seasons.
Yeah. You only just realised.
Does that mean we're going to get 12 seasons of AEG?
Let's reboot the show again! Man, I love episode 36.
It's just 12 seasons later. Do you know what? I think it's time for a reboot, guys. I think our sales are going down a little. What should we do?
End it. Kill it.
Remember the models? Yeah, right then. If anything,
What year would season 36 be?
well, season 25 was last year. This year was season 26. So
2 years' time would be season 28 at the 80th.
yeah, it'd be like near the end of it'd be like 2030 sometime.
Yeah.
No, add 12 years from now. No, sorry, add 10 years from now. It'd be 2033. 2032, 2033.
It'd be near the 90th anniversary that AEG hits 12 seasons.
Yeah.
Fuck me. No, actually, not an offer.
Oh, I never liked Arthur, the TV show. I couldn't get into it.
Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey. I'm hit and miss with Arthur. I got into some episodes. The rest I was like, meh.
Any 80th anniversary special with an intro, the Thomasverse special. Oh god, no, I don't want that. There was a really, really good fan edit though that somebody did, and it was so good. And I was like, I hate how this would actually probably happen.
The screen edits they did. Screenshots they did.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one screenshot of like CGI Thomas and AEG Thomas going down a CGI set, and it looks great.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, when your sales are dropping, you do kind of reboot it. Chuggington's a good example. The sales declined. The company went into liquidation. It got bought out by, of all things, I think it was like some like theme park company, because they wanted to do like a film and TV part of the company.
Man, I love creative manner.
So they brought in Chuggington. They redid a few bits. They redid the merchandise, which is actually all right. I've watched it through the episodes and I can't really get into it, but it's weird though, because as a kid, I didn't mind Chuggington, but I only watched like 2 episodes of it. And it was the one where it's Wilson and Brewster carrying like these hopper wagons, and they're learning about
up a hill through a ravine.
Yeah, and
I remember that.
And they're learning and using sand to basically stop yourself.
Yeah.
Whilst going down a hill. And then the other one was when they discover like an old lost like area with old Puffer Pete.
Yeah.
And they're the only 2 I can remember, and the rest were just awful. Oh no, there was no one I remember. I think it was Coco being like, "Oh, I'm like, I'm the best. I don't need like these like this kind of stuff and all this." And then because she's electric, and then she runs out of electricity, and she's just kind of left there, and everyone's like, "Where's Coco?"
I remember those 3 episodes.
They're like the only ones I remember. The rest I cannot remember.
I've never said this before, but I quite like Chuggington for some of the facts that you did that Thomas didn't.
Yeah.
That sand episode, it plays on something that actual engines have, which are
and
sanders.
then later on, they just completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was actually like, I think I got like 2 seasons later. They
season 1 of Chuggington's the best season out of all of it, surprisingly.
And do you want to know a fun fact? The company that was set up to do Chuggington were all ex-Learning Curve and Hit Entertainment people.
That explains a lot.
Because they were like, we want to make a show. Because if you notice, Brewster, Coco, and Wilson, red, blue, green.
Percy, Thomas, and James.
They were basically like, let's do this, but more American.
I need to post that picture I took. When I was at Great Central last weekend. You know, the one of my rows is Thomas, Percy, and James, and that hit era.
Oh, yeah.
The best hit era.
To be fair.
Actually, fuck, I'm going to post on Twitter.
Do you know what? Underground Ernie.
That was Chad Backman's sets of Underground Ernie. They scared me as a kid.
Yeah. I used to like Underground Ernie a fair bit.
Thanks, Tony.
But I couldn't. I had all the tone. Well, it was like Tommy, not Tommy, because it wasn't Tommy, but it used the same track thing as Tommy.
Yeah.
I had all the engines for it as well. I also. Anyone remember the thing called Train? I think it was called Train. I think it was called the Transporters.
Who's tried to do Thomas? You failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was called like the Transporters.
Did
where
they
it
have
was,
human faces?
It was the human faces, and it was Stephen Fry
on the
narrating
front of
it.
trams.
Yes.
I remember that.
And
I watched that in year 3 of primary school.
They used it. Do you know why they did it?
Why?
They did it for autistic people to help show the emotions.
I was gonna say it's very autistic.
So for example, one of like the what are they called? It's the little cars that are on the
cable cars.
The cable car. One of the cable cars, when they're sad, they droop the face fully. And they have it where the face is like the main focus throughout it. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
But
there might be episodes on YouTube.
There are. All of it's on YouTube pretty much. Because it's not really. I think it was the BBC that did it. and after that, it was just kind of just put on DVD.
Oh no, I was about to post that image on Twitter.
Yeah, maybe don't do that one.
Yeah, no, let's not do that one.
Like they did like a UK and US dub of it. My favorite character in it was Barney the Tractor.
I loved
because
Barney
he
the
was like an
Tractor.
old farmer, and it was like the oatmeal, and I was just like, this is Stephen Fry just being a farmer, and I'm here for it. That
Monster Murdoch.
Monster Murdoch.
That's the caption I put there.
Yes.
Man, I love the hit era.
Right, I think we're going to end it here.
Can I post the link in chat?
You can post a link in chat first.
Hey guys, go look at my Twitter. I'm more active on there than I am on YouTube.
We make customs with 98462 Alfred, Croven, and Ali Greedy, and will you make stories with them? Probably not.
Wow.
I prefer Trevor, the Traction, and I just remembered a story, a show.
I've just had a fucking brainwave.
Anyone remember Tractor Tom?
I love Tractor Tom!
Tractor
Tom was my childhood!
I love
Little Red
Tractor
Tractor.
Oh no, I couldn't get into that.
Oh, I fucking love Little Red Tractor.
I couldn't get into it. I got into
Tractor Tom. I prefer the first season to the second season.
Oh, the second
season threw me because they gained voices.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Right, anyway.
Go look at the link I put in chat, guys. It goes to my Twitter.
So anyway, we're going to end the stream here. Partly because I also really need the loo.
Yeah, we also need to order food. And we need to eat cake.
Yeah.
And
other things.
Abbreviated.
Yes. Can you ship me a slice of...
Not abbreviated. Abbreviated. That's
yes. It. So bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.